Welcome to the Daily Moth. Today is Monday, September 6th, and it's Labor Day. I hope all of your Labor Days are going fantastic. And here's today's top news stories. There's an NBC News article that said America has just hit 40 million COVID cases. That's 40 million since the start of the COVID outbreak. The death total is around 651,980 deaths. There have been 35,500 new cases and several new deaths since yesterday. There are also many people who have only gotten one dose of the vaccine out of 175 million. There is news that said 9 million workers in America will not be getting COVID unemployment benefits from the federal government. There's three different federal programs that are expiring, and that's why these payments are stopping. One of them was $300 a week for people who had lost their jobs from COVID. And there are many benefits from that started for 18 months ago, and they've been going on till now. However, they're soon to be shut off. The Biden administration said they had no plans to extend that any longer, and it said they're going to terminate that program. They're now going to go back to normal unemployment benefits and no longer are going to have COVID unemployment benefits. Even though the Delta variant is still going on, they've announced that this is going to happen. The Immigration Services Department has said that they are going to try and remove that service in Texas. Texas recently passed a new law that banned abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. And the law also includes that you can sue anyone who removed an abortion 6 weeks, or who terminated abortion after 6 weeks, and oh boy, this is not going well. Ugh. Attorney General Merrick Garland said that the Department of Justice will be looking into the different options to challenge the law that Texas implemented regarding abortion. The Department of Justice said that they'll use the federal law called the Freedom of Access to Clinic. They're going to use that law to try and protect access to abortion. That law states that you cannot physically prevent people from going into clinics or threaten to hurt or damage them in any way who wants to get a reproductive health service. Today, the Taliban has taken over an area called Panjshir, and it's the last province of that region that hadn't accepted them up until this point. However, the Taliban has taken over militarily and has taken pictures of them holding their firearms in that province in the governor's office. There's also a picture of the Taliban flag waving over the State House there. There was a representative of a resistance group called the NRF that said that they're still hiding and still resisting, and trying to implement different strategies to try and fight the Taliban, and they're going to continue to fight back and struggle against them. The news said that the Taliban is now not allowing U.S. citizens who are still stuck in Afghanistan to leave. They have prevented some of the airplanes from backing out and flying off, and they stated that this is, they wanted to look at how many U.S. citizens were on planes. There were many news articles saying that the U.S. State Department plans to send out up to 2,275 for each individual trying to leave Afghanistan. That payout is part of the process to establish those citizens in different parts of the country. That payout is for their housing, their apartment, their rent, along with food, children going to school. So that's what that money is for. The Biden administration said that they are now coordinating and working with over 200 different private agencies around the country to establish a new system to help bring these people, around 40,000 Afghani immigrants who are going to be coming into the country. This past week in South Florida, there is a ex-Marine who is accused of shooting 4 people. They arrested him, Mr. Riley, and after someone broke into his home at 4:30 in the morning and shot and killed 4 people. One was a mother, one was a baby who was just 3 months old, one was the grandmother of that child, and the father of that child was also killed, along with a dog that was the family dog for that family, was also shot and killed as well. The police suspect him in the shooting and had a serious gunfight that went on for some time. Riley had a lot of tactical gear that was protecting him on all parts of his body in that gunfight, and after a while he finally surrendered to the police and let them take him. He was shot 1 time, and that's when he surrendered. The police entered the home and saved an 11-year-old girl who was in there. The girl was shot, however, she survived, and she is in the hospital right now in stable condition. The police said after they had caught Riley, they brought him to the hospital because he was hurt from getting shot. And he did try to take one police officer's gun to try and continue the fight. However, the police managed to subdue the situation. There's no connection that's apparent between Riley and the family. It looks like Riley just found the house and entered it. Riley did tell police that he had been high on methamphetamines when he went on his shooting spree. The news stated that he was stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan. And Riley's girlfriend said that he had post-traumatic stress disorder. And she also stated that in the past few weeks it had been getting worse and worse leading up to the gunfight. Okay, so that's all the news for today. See you tomorrow and stay with the light.